Victory says it has produced 60 models over the years, and 2012 was the year of its biggest sales volumes, somewhere between 10,000 and 15,000 units. However, the cruiser market is relentlessly competitive, and with continual developments from Harley and the reintroduction of Indian from parent company Polaris, the business case for Victory had dwindled. Today we are going to talk about top 10 Victory motorcycles in the world. Before starting this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Number 10. Empulse TT. The electric bike is on this list? Before you get up in arms about the Empulse TT being here, consider this. Victory's existence was about daring to be different in its market, and the Empulse TT took that philosophy to the next level and promised a techie new direction. With parent company Polaris' acquisition of Bramo, the Empulse fell under the company umbrella, and with its sporting, racing heritage, the Victory camp seemed a fitting destination for the Empulse TT. Top speed is over 100 miles per hour, and all that tasty, torquey electric power is shot through a very interesting transmission. It's a standard sequential manual 6-speed box, with an odd neutral location between second and third gears. Whether you like it or not, electric vehicles will have a stake in the future of mobility, and while Victory may be shutting its doors for good. Number 9. 2009 Arlen Ness Vision. Clean and gorgeous with colorful graphics atop the black paint. A scooped-out seat creates a comfortable bucket for the driver. Arlen's 2009 Vision was clean and, for a black bike, extremely colorful. The stylish graphics flow the length of the bike and add a lot of color. Components that were chrome or brushed aluminum on a stock Vision are blacked out here, and the custom wheels look great. Officially based on a Vision Street, this Arlen model has a scooped-out seat that creates a bucket for the driver to sit in, not just on. The American engineers from Victory have teamed up with Arlen Ness and created a limited edition of the Vision, in the embodiment of the 2010 My Victory Vision Arlen Ness. Features such as the billet engine covers, the diamond-cut cylinder heads, the numbered and signed metal plate, the custom-stitched seats, the chromed hand grips, the windshield, the radio display and the billet wheels, plus the custom paint and graphic scheme, all bear the signature of Arlen Ness, and make this two-wheeler one of the most exclusive and sought-after machines among Vision fans. Number 8. Crossroads. The Victory Crossroads Classic is a classic bagger that promises to deliver plenty of comfort and adrenaline. Featuring a stunning two-tone bronze mist and khaki paint scheme, fat fenders, a stylish chromed light bar and a generous protective windshield, the Victory Crossroads Classic brings back the classic American style. Essentially a cross-country sans batwing fairing and radio, the Crossroads was a simpler yet very capable tourer for those wanting less frills. The powerful 106V twin is one of our favorites, but more impressive was the overall package surrounding that engine. A well-dialed suspension, good brakes, and comfy ergos for a variety of body types were things we didn't expect from the Crossroads, allowing us to get out our sporty urges. Even more surprising was the Crossroads Victory in that test, due in large part to the bike's overall balance. Ultimately, the Crossroads lost out in sales to its fairing-equipped cross-country brother, eventually resulting in the axe for the Crossroads. Number 7. Vision. The old saying, ahead of its time, applies to the 2007 Victory Vision as well as to almost any motorcycle. The sheer audacity of its George Jetson styling immediately threw the staid touring bike audience for a loop, and unusual, modern, engineering touches like moving the gas tank forward and building the whole thing on an advanced aluminum frame provoked even more caution from the intended audience. Which is a shame, because this is one fine cruising cruiser, with its smooth-running counterbalanced twin, sweet handling, rattle-free chassis and proverbial plush accommodations. By 2010, Victory produced this Vision 8-ball, slammed, blackened and precursing the current bagger explosion. But it was all for naught. Vision sales never approached lackluster, and Victory refocused its main effort into the more traditional crossroads and cross-country bikes. Kingpin. The Kingpin has most of the slinky-style details of the pretty Vegas, including a Frenched-in LED taillight that caps off the curvaceous rear end, but adds a sportier edge with its own inverted fork and a 130/70-18 front tire as opposed to the narrow 90/90-21 on the front end of the Vegas. The Victory Kingpin adds more force to its flair. The classic cruiser not only powered up with our all-new 106 cubic inch Freedom V twin, It also added an all-new 100,000-mile transmission. Everything you want in a classic cruiser. The Pin therefore was sharper handling and better balanced at all speeds than the chopper-esque Vegas, even if its bulkier fenders added a few extra pounds. When equipped with a windshield and bags, the Kingpin could be transformed into a mile-munching touring cruiser, with roomy floorboards never cramping legs. Number 5. Hammer. Victory introduced its first power cruiser, the Hammer and Hammer S, in 2005. The Hammers were also one of the first Victory models to jump in early on the huge rear tire trend, wearing a 250/40-18. The 2013 Victory Hammer S is a tough and versatile cruiser that feels similarly comfortable both in the city and on the open road. This imposing bike is built around a 1,731cc, 4-stroke, V-twin engine that features electronic fuel injection with dual 45mm throttle body. In terms of power, the engine cranks out 92 horsepower and 104 feet lbs of torque, which is more than enough to give you a fun and exciting ride. The engine is mated on a 6-speed overdrive transmission that comes with helical cut gears for smoother shifts. The braking system consists of a front dual 300mm floating rotor with 4-piston caliper and a rear 300 floating rotor with 2-piston caliper. Number 4. V92C. Polaris Industries presented its motorcycle calling card in the late 90s with a prototype cruiser dubbed the V92C. Production began in late 1998 with consumer bikes coming to market as 1999 production models. Number 3. Octane. One of those new products you see pictured here is the Victory Octane, a motorcycle that Brandon Kremer, Victory product manager, likens to a classic American muscle car, light, fast, and affordable. It's also a machine whose coming has been telegraphed for most of a year in a series of customs by famous builders. The Octane is very much what a lot of Victory customers and potential customers were asking for, a middleweight Victory cruiser. Its low, 26.9-inch seat height and forward pegs place it firmly in the mainstream of the cruiser class, but its 104 horsepower, relatively short gearing, and 6-speed transmission give it performance that positions it closer to an original 130cc Harley V-Rod than a 1200 Sportster. Number 2. Vegas. While we cheered on the addition of another American motorcycle company to the scene in the Y2K era, we were skeptical of Victory achieving true sales success when its bikes looked significantly more homely than the products in Harley dealerships. That changed when the Vegas debuted in 2003, a new design from the pen of Polaris Michaelsong featuring lovely details like the scalloped and sculpted fuel tank with a ridged spine mimicking the spine on both fenders. Number 1. Cross Country. New for 2010, Victory's Cross Country was built to go head-to-head with a certain other American manufacturer's bagger, complete with frame-mounted fairing, with sound system, hard saddlebags and not a lot else save for that ubiquitous 106 cubic inch V-twin. Well, it also had a much better chassis than its main competitor, aluminum rather than steel, complete with 4.3 inches of rear suspension. Hit the like button. And subscribe to our channel for more future updates. See you in the next one.